G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. How are we all doing on this scorcher of an afternoon? It is like 30 something odd degrees. It's not even afternoon, it's 7 o'clock nearly. Bloody hell, it's the evening, mate. I've been out in the mountains all day, but with the car, so no video was taken because I was with the missus. But I thought we'd get out and do a cheeky video because I'm committing to this daily uploads, man. And I'm doing it, I promise. And today's video is about the lovely joys of the R9. Now, obviously, I know I'm riding a Honda Rebel, but I don't think the R9's hit the streets yet. But it appears the R9 is a good motorcycle. R6 guys cry in the corner. Now, from what I'm hearing is the R9 does not have the same sort of aggressive top end as the R6. Duh, it's a 3-banger, not a 4-banger, so I don't know why that's even news. It's sort of obvious, but despite it making the same horsepower, the R9 is a more smoother motorcycle. Now, the R6 will never be beat for its screaming, you know, inline 4 nature. Alright, I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. But the R9 is not meant to be a screaming 4. It's a lovely singing aggressive 3, which means one of two things. So the R6 being aggressive, meaning it's all top end, whereas the R9 is got that little bit of mid-range to top end, alright? You get that best of both worlds. It's not like the R7, which is all torque, and it's not like the R6 or R1, which is all top end. It's a bit mid-rangey to top endy, from what I've been told, so yay. Yeah, a lot of people bitched and moaned about the R9 not doing what the R6 could, and I can understand if you're all about that 4 screamer stuff, but realistically for most people, I don't think they're going to give a shit, because most people can't ride a 600 to its potential anyway. And I don't mean like on the edge of every lean angle and everything. I'm just in general like, look, most countries you can't get away with hella speeding. I'm sorry. And the R6 and the R1 are heavily speedy bikes. Yes, you can daily them, but they're not made for it, and they're not really good at it either. So the R9, it would be a better all-round motorcycle, which you can definitely do well in the twisties, as it was proven with the race that it won. It was in the very first race, and it won the very first race it was in. So don't give me that it's bad for track day rubbish. Clearly it's a good bike on the track. It doesn't have the top end, but it still wins, because most tracks don't need stupidly high top end anyway, because they're not that long. Alright, so you got good track performance and you got great street performance, which is just, like I said, it's positives all around on the R9 front. 117 horsepower, 120 horsepower, it's plenty, okay? Plenty of torque. It hits the torque similar time as the MT-09. It has better gearing than the MT-09 by the looks of it. I was watching some track days from, you know, your standard YouTubers, 44 teeth, etc, etc. And guess what, baby? The R9 was always positives. Everyone was happy to be on it. Now, comparing the R9 to the Panigale V2, I think the R9 is a better option in terms of reliability. Because remember, the Ducati is a brand new engine platform, so you sort of want to wait a year for it to figure it out first. And you know how Italians are, usually not the best reliable bikes. Now, I don't care if you ride a Ducati or a Aprilia or a Benelli and you've had nothing but good news about it, you haven't had any issues, alright, shut up. I don't care if you haven't had issues, doesn't mean that Italians are more prone to problems than regular bikes, okay? People say Japanese bikes are the better ones, and just if you have a broken Japanese bike, you'll be ready to go, well, it's not actually true. Well, shut up, mate. Just because you're the anomaly doesn't mean they're all like that, okay? I don't want to hear it. Italian bikes are not as reliable as bloody everything else, and that's just fact, okay? Anyway, so because of the R9 being a well and tried and tested engine, I think that in the first year it's definitely going to be the more popular option of the two. I think it looks okay. The little winglets are a little divisive for a lot of people, but guess what? I'm not too fussed about the winglets. I don't like them, but hey, like I said in the other R9 video where everyone, like a few guys complained that I mentioned the winglets a bit too much. I'll wait till I see them in person, then I'll make my final decision about them. Until then, I'm just going to say they're not my favourite, but I'll find out, okay? TBD. Alright. Whereas the Panigale V2, in terms of looks, I think the older outgoing model looks better by a mile. The new one, no. To be fair though, the newer one looks more like the older Ducati Supersports and that, so it's got a bit more of a retro-y look to it, I think, compared to the old one, but I prefer the outgoing model. That's just me. But yeah, so the R9, it looks like it's going to be a really good all-round motorcycle. It's going to be good for the track days if you like your track days. And if you like using your bike as a track toy and a daily commuter, I have good news for you. The R9 looks like it's going to be just that. Now, I did see an R7 the other day with like full risers and like a BMX handlebar, which was really weird because now I know it was a stunt bike, so it's sort of how he designed it to be, but it just looks wrong. You know what I mean? Like stunt bikes, they just don't look as good. But I know they're all function over form, so there's that as well. It is very bright tonight. Old car magic. My neck is still cooked as well. It's been 2 weeks. Oh my lord, this intersection is so slow. Oh sweet Jesus, I swear that whole thing took like 5 minutes to finish. I'm over that intersection, dude. I hate coming from that way. Oh, it's gonna be dark as well. I tried to get my video recorded earlier, but I was out with the girlfriend, had to make sure. And now I missed all the sunshine, so I brought the filter for the sunshine, and I now see no sunshine, so forgive me for the darkness. I should really just bring the filters with me, but I don't want to scratch all the filters by bringing them. It's awful. Anyway, the R9 comes in a nice colour. I do like that yummy blue it comes in. I'm assuming it'll come in black as well. Black always looks good on motorcycles, doesn't matter what kind. And I'm going to get stuck in another set of lights. But yeah, dude, I'm kind of keen to see how the R9 comes in terms of popularity. I know Australia is not getting very many of them. From one of the lads I know who owns the dealership. So he goes, yeah, there's not that many options in terms of R9s for street bikes in terms of Australia. I don't think I've seen an R6 track bike sold anytime recently, but sort of I'm not in the know for those things, so I don't really know, but that is alright. I want to try and get so there is some sunshine so the video isn't too dark. You understand? So we gotta go this way towards the sunshine, baby. Blind themselves. Oh yeah. I'm still seeing nothing, but it looks nice. I think I'm just gonna go on the freeway. But dude, I'm excited, alright? I am one of the few people who can. Apparently they sold out like bloody no tomorrow, these R9s. Which is a good thing because I think they deserve to. Everyone's been asking about it for what, past like, I don't know, 10 years now at least. Or whenever the MT-09 launched, they were like, why the fuck have you made such a nice naked bike, Nathan? Yamaha. And why you not make a sport bike? This thing very sexy, very nice, very good sound, very noise, very torque. Why no sports, huh? Why no sport? And then Yamaha was like, well, we don't want to make sports. Fuck you. Then they had the R6 and everyone was like, okay, fair enough. At least the R6 is still... Oh, they took the R6 away from us. How could they? Why are these lights still stubborn? Oh yes, I do like a good takeoff. I tell you, this is the worst time of day to vlog though, because the sun is like perfect eye vision to the blindingness. So I'm just like, every time I get a break in these trees. But dude, I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone else is. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about it, because it's definitely a bit of a divisive motorcycle. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with it being divisive. It's just a lot of people are humming and ahhing about it. And I think that's the wrong approach to it, because I think purely it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a bit of a hoot. And I think they're going to become a lot more popular around there. Look, they're about, like they said, they're about 23 grand. They're expensive, but they're not ridiculous. And for street quality, I think that's about as fast as you need. Now, a lot of people think that you need 200 horsepower on the street, and I think you're a little bit stupid. But what would I know? I've only been riding all kinds of things now for years. Now, I tell you, if I can get a chance to test ride one of these R9s for a video, I'm absolutely gonna do my best, because I'm interested. I wouldn't buy one of them personally myself. They're not a bike for me. Not because they're bad, it's just I don't really like the triple engine note, which is a shame, because I really like the street triple and I was that close to like thinking about it. And I still am sort of thinking about it purely on the bike quality, not the engine, but I don't like the way the engine sounds too much. But when you're riding the bike, the engine does sound a little bit different than being behind the bike. Because whenever I used to ride behind Hugh and his MT-09, oh, it's going to be dark as hell. I would always be like, oh, that thing drones on a little bit, just... Whereas at least the twin has a bit more of a, you know, a little bit of difference to it, whereas the triple is just... But then again, so is the 4, so I think when you're on the bike, it's a whole different scenario. But like I said, I don't think it's for me. I do like the R7, genuinely. I think that is a bike that's on my hit list. Mainly because it's cheap and it's fun. So look, I'm not a wealthy man, So I'm looking for the best bang for buck, whereas like the R9 is definitely beyond what I could afford anytime soon. So an R7 I reckon will be a fun upgrade. I do like the idea of an FTR 1200, but same deal, they're expensive. Street Fighters are awesome, but I don't have the funding for them, so unfortunately they're a little bit off the radar too. But such is life, unfortunately. You can't always get what you want. But an R7 genuinely might be on my list. Now, I think in terms of the R6 replacement, the R9 will sort of hit that spot for a lot of people in terms of its power. Now, like, look, it isn't as fast as an R6. It isn't top end happy as an R6. But it likes to boogie up to 200 quickly, and I think for most riders, that's sort of what you're after. What in God's name was that little eyesore? Because I think nowadays, if you want an R1, you buy an R1. Now, I know in some places you can't buy a brand new R1 like you can in Australia. I think Europe doesn't do the R1 anymore. What a shame. Oh, there's the slip-ons, mate. That's the way to do it. Look at that. Oh, it's a twin wheel at the front too. Oh, my Lord. Oh, but the helmet. I'm a big fan of that helmet. I love those style of helmets that have the modular thing right at the back. Yeah, I want to get me one of them, I reckon, one day. Pow, baby. More pow. Oh, that thing is certainly something, that twin front-wheeled moped thing. It's a strange-looking thingamabob. But ladies and gents, I think the R9 will be a hit. I hope to hear your thoughts and whatnot on it, because, like I said, it's a bit of a divisive one. But it doesn't make it a bad... Divisive isn't always bad, okay? A lot of people didn't like the Honda Rebel because of its modern looks and engine, but it's become very popular. So same with the R7. A lot of people didn't like the R7, but its popularity speaks for itself. All right, everyone bitches and moans that the R7 wasn't a good R6 replacement when it was never intended to be an R6 replacement. And you go to a bike night and you see two motorcycles, a CBR 650 and an R7, and very few else. Okay, now I know other people buy other bikes, but they're just so good, so why wouldn't you get them? Anyway, ladies and gents, that's what I'll have time for today. I do hope you enjoyed. I want to hear your thoughts down below, so let me know what you're doing. If you're actually picking up one of these bikes, let me know. And if you live in Melbourne, would you let a brother ride a bike? Hopefully this video is not too dark, ladies and gents. I am still working out these ND filter rubbish things, but I do hope you've enjoyed it. Take it easy, keep it cheesy, leave me some feedback down below, and ride safe as always. Take it easy. Peace. Bye.